All right, let's go on ahead and go. Good morning, good evening, good night, all that great stuff. Whenever you're working out, you're working out. People have been asking me how I've lost weight. And people say things like working out is hard, exercise is hard, all that great stuff. I encourage you to change your mindset. I'd like to encourage you to change your mindset. You see ahead, that road looks ahead, and that road looks long. And just walking there, you may be like, oh my God, why would I want to do that? That seems long. You may be like that, I don't know. But I'd like to encourage you that you are on no one's timeline but your own. I'm gonna say that again. You're on no one's timeline but your own. Okay? So because you're on no one's timeline but your own, I'd like to encourage you to learn this thing called patience. Now, that might be a trigger word for you, right? We as humans are the collections of 5 things: needs, education, experiences, habits, and motivations. Needs, education, experiences, habits, and motivations. But when you are born, it's different. It's different, okay? When you're born, it's different. The order is actually needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Have a look, research. Needs, right? You have 5 types of needs: physiological needs, safety needs, love and belonging needs, esteem needs, and then self-actualization. I'll say it again. Physiological, your body. Safety, your body, right? Love and belonging, esteem needs, and then self-actualization, right? So, needs. And it's not just that, it's a lot of other different needs, right? John Bowlby's attachment theory. You got Eric Erickson's psychosocial theories of development, stuff like that. So it's a lot, right? We can have a conversation about that a little bit later. But needs, right? You start out in this world having needs. Then on top of that, you got experiences. Exposure comes before comprehension. And you're going to experience a lot of things before you can even make sense of them. Before they become that which is good, that which is bad. Experiences, okay? So let's recap. Needs, next one, experiences. Then you're gonna have motivations. Motivation is defined as the biological, emotional, social, and cognitive forces that activate behavior and choice. The biological, emotional, social, and cognitive force that activates choice and behavior, okay? So let's recap again, here we go. Needs, experiences, motivation. Then on top of that, you're gonna do things, right? You're gonna do things, and the times in which you do things and the many times or the whatever things that you do, they will become habits, right? So let's recap. Needs, experiences, motivations, habits, and then education. Now this education may vary. If you've got homeschool parents or active parents, things like that, that education will come sooner. All right, that education will come sooner. But if you don't have active parents who are actively involved in your learning and don't only see you as their son or daughter, but they see you as someone's future husband, wife, mother, and father, they have already done the work to become knowledgeable, skilled, able, competent, and confident in child development. They have a team of other parents they partner with and experts in the field of child development, right? Because they live in a community that has those resources where they know they can't do it by themselves because it really takes a qualified village to help a child. Their African proverb says it takes a village to raise a child. I would further argue it takes a qualified village to raise a child. So where they can be self-driven and develop their own inner voice and establish boundaries. It's a huge lecture I can give on that. So I haven't deviated from what I was talking about with patience, right? Patience, right? What did I say those 5 orders were? Needs, experiences, motivations, habits, and then education. So what you think something may mean may not be what it actually means. So what's your experience with the word patience? Because your experience with the word patience, good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
All right. Your experience with the word patience may not be what that word patience means. So let me give you the definition. Patience, noun. The capacity to be able to tolerate or accept delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. I say again, patience, noun. The capacity to be able to tolerate or accept delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. So what's the conditional, I don't want to say conditional, but what's the key word that we should focus on in that word patience, or in the definition of patience? Capacity, right? So capacity, let's define that. Capacity, noun, the maximum amount something can contain. The maximum amount something can contain, right? How do we test maximum amounts? Applications and pressure. Applications and pressure. Have you ever noticed that someone doesn't have the patience for something? People will say patience is a virtue. I disagree. Patience becomes virtuous. Patience becomes virtuous. What is a virtue? Virtue, noun. A standard of high moral behavior. A standard of high moral behavior. People who don't understand that patience is the end product of having been taught things often project patience in telling you that you should be patient because they want you to wait. They want you to wait for something, usually because they may have you, especially if you're a child, in a place where you really have no business being. Because as a child, you're supposed to be doing child things, not adult things. Being stuck in an office and being in a place where a child really has no business being, when they have a lot of energy, all this energy in the world, they have no business being in this office, right? So you want them to wait when their development suggests that there's not time for them to wait. They need to be doing stuff, child things, right? So, patience. It's not a virtue, it becomes virtuous. Why does it become virtuous, or how does it become virtuous? When you teach people or children about things that are processes or is a process, right? So I said all this to encourage you to exercise patience by learning the process of losing weight, right? You look at your body. You look at your health condition, whatever that may be, and you could become disgusted. You could be fed up. You could be sick. You could be tired of looking like this, and you want the change, except you may not have been cultivated for the lifestyle of process, the lifestyle of process that once you learn who you're doing it for, you, what you're doing, losing weight, how to do it. Now that may be a big question mark because you may not know how. You think you do. You may not know how because you don't know the process, right? When to do it? Okay, right now. Where to do it? You may think, okay, in the gym, right? You may think in the gym or out here on the streets. I want to do it now. Why should you do it? Well, you know your reasons. For whatever your why is, that's cool, right? But usually where people struggle is they get attracted by society, and you can lose weight in 30 days. You could do this in this time frame. You could do that in that time frame, and they want it now, right? Because in their childhood, see, I'm an Adlerian type of educator, according to the psychologist Alfred Adler, in studying and helping people understand teleology, right? So basic mistakes, right? Basic misguidance, right? Mistake. It simply means an action or a judgment that is simply misguided or wrong. So you think you can do it quickly, but you may not understand you didn't gain it quickly. And anything done fast in the weight loss area won't last. Anything done fast in the weight loss area won't last. Anything done fast in the weight loss area won't last. Why won't it last? Because you're not in the habit of sustenance and maintenance or sustaining and maintaining the weight loss. Why? You wanted microwave results instead of oven or bakery results. When I'm stopping at a stoplight, this is what I'll do. Keep my knees going so I can go ahead and walk. I don't have the light yet. Now I'm going further than I said I was gonna go, right? See where I'm at, heart rate 122. That's my fat burning heart rate. Look at my pace. I'm getting to 15 because obviously I'm slowing down. I ain't got time to wait. And I didn't hit that thing. She don't get hit by this car, keep going. Right? Maintenance and sustenance. You're not in the habit of maintaining, you're not in the habit of sustaining, right? So since you're not in the habit of maintaining, and since you're not in the habit of sustaining, what do you end up doing? Right? What do you end up doing? Since you're not in the habit of maintaining and sustaining, you don't understand that the first step you need to do is what you eat. Okay, it's 3 miles, 15-minute pace. Let's get back to it. I try to keep at a 15-minute pace. Now, I was only gonna do 4 miles today because I'm doing my 8 splits in the month of July. But you know what? I'm not on anybody's clock. I don't have anything to do exactly at 9 o'clock. I kind of govern my own schedule, and I have my business phone with me so I can always answer calls. So I figured, let's go on ahead and challenge ourselves and walk longer today. So that's what I'm doing. So here we go. You're not in the habit of doing what you need to do to maintain it, okay? So let's work on that. The first thing that I did was I started with needs versus wants, right? Needs versus wants. Or let me see, what you have to do versus what you should do. As a human body, as a human, I need to eat. I don't have a choice. I mean, I do have a choice, but that choice probably won't be too good. So I need to eat, right? So since I need to eat, remember I said we're the collection of those 5 things: needs, education, experiences, habits, and motivations. But when you're born, it starts out different. It's needs, experiences, motivations, habits, and education. In order to fix things, you gotta go backwards. Start with the education, right? Start with the education. Then once you get the education, what are you gonna work on? What did I say it was? needs, experiences, motivations, habits, and education. I'm starting with since I need to eat, I'm starting with the education of learning about the science of food. Learning about the science of food, right? Because I need to eat, right? I should work out, but I definitely need to eat. So since I need to eat, right? Since I need to eat, and I understand the science of food, right? I typically eat 5 times a day: 6:30, 9:30, 12:30, 3:30, and 6:30. And I try to eat within that window, okay? Whatever your schedule is your schedule, right? But I eat 5 times a day. Guess who else eats like that? Children, if you put them in daycare, right? You feed them at home. Hopefully you do. If you don't, I ain't shaming you, but you feed them at home. Then when they get to the daycare, there's usually a midday snack, right? Or even if the daycare feeds them, they feed them first thing in the morning. Then there's a midday snack. Then there's a lunch. Then there's an afternoon snack. And then when you get them home, there's what? Dinner, right? Why do we do that? So that the metabolism can start to develop, so that the body has things to burn. But you have to understand what's your caloric intake, right? Everybody's body has a certain set of calories that the body naturally burns. And anything else that it can't burn, it converts it to fat and it stores it, right? So I don't want to eat more than what my body can burn, and I want to eat what my body can actually burn, right? So learn the science of that. Talk to a dietitian to get more specific results from you, but I'm just giving you the overall theory, right? So I had to start with what I was eating, and I'm not going into the gym. I'm not going into the gym just yet. Matter of fact, I'm in my gym. I love working out outside. Because what am I doing? Walking. This is something that you can do, rain, sleet, or snow, these feet will go. Rain, sleet, or snow, these feet will go, right? So that's what I'm outside doing, walking. Oh my God, rain, sleet, or snow, it's beautiful to have that air, breathe it in, blow it out. Oh, this feels so great. This feels so great, right? So, but you gotta pick and be careful where you walk, depending upon where you live, because you gotta have a safety conscious, right? You have to have safety in there, right? So, starting out with what you eat. Talk to a dietitian to kind of help you with that. Me, I'm a vegetarian, and what I've been told was a pescatarian. So what does that mean? I will F up some vegetables. I love vegetables. I just wasn't in the habit of eating them because I was in the habit of eating bad stuff. So you got to work on your habits. Say it with me. Habits, 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 habits. Physical fitness has to be a habit. Eating the right things have to be a habit. Disciplining yourself to eat and not eat too much and maintain portion control has to be a habit. If it's not a habit, you won't sustain it. You won't maintain it. Habits, 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 habits. It has to be a habit, okay? It's got to be a habit. There's no way around it, right? What did I say? We as humans, the collections of 5 things: needs, education, experiences, habits, and motivations, right? But when you're born, the order is different. Needs, experiences, motivations, habits, and education. So to make that change, you got to reverse it. Focus on your needs by learning, getting the education. And then once you get the education, now start working on your habits, right? When I first started, working out and eating right and whatnot, the first thing I did was step on the scale to see where I am. Once I stepped on the scale to see, good morning. Once I stepped on the scale to see where I am, guess what I don't do? I don't step on that scale until 3 months later. Why? We're not even looking at the weight loss. We want the weight loss to come as a surprise. We want the weight loss to come as a surprise. You hear me? We want the weight loss to come as a surprise, right? So I'm not even looking at the weight loss, right? I want it to come as a surprise, right? You don't want to wreck your brain, all right? Because in the process, right? Let's take it away from weight loss and let's look at it in terms of cooking, right? Whatever your recipe or whatever you're making, and it's requiring that you put it in the oven, right? Or even in the microwave. Let's just say you got to put it on 10 minutes. Now just imagine every 30 seconds, you take it out and look at it to check it. Guess what you're not letting it do? You're not letting it process. You're not letting it cook. You're tampering with it, right? Same thing with your mind. You're not letting your body cook. You're not letting your results process. You haven't even developed the habits yet. So that's why the next thing that you need to focus on, I forgot the numbers, screw the numbers, let's go. You've been paying attention and writing it down. The next thing you gotta work on is, that's right, my friends, the habits. The habits, you know that. I'm gonna keep going on the habits, right? So, after the one thing I did was I had to keep track of what I was doing, okay? So, I went to Walgreens and I got a dry erase board for a month, right? It has 5 lines, so to speak, not lines, but you get what I'm saying, 5 weeks there, because some months have 4, some months have 5, you get it, so 5 weeks. And then I got some dry erase markers, and then I labeled my chart PT habits. PT habits. PT stands for physical training, right? Physical training for your body. So PT habits, because I want to focus on my habits. And what I did was I went to a track. Now you don't have to go to a track if you don't want to, whatever. I like my Apple Watch because you can set it, right? You can set it where it's gonna help you with 2 miles, okay? Mile there and mile back, whatever. Or even mile straight, whatever, however you want to do it, it's up to you. But I don't want you, or let me say what I don't want to say what I don't want you to do. I don't want to encourage you to start doing long miles like I do. This is something that I built up to do, right? That's one thing that I see. When I go to the gym, I see people who are top heavy, and when they are top heavy and they're so disgusted at where they are and they're trying to get there and they want those microwave results instead of understanding the habits, what do? They get on the treadmill and they start running, or they get on the elliptical and they start running. And I have empathy and sympathy for your knees, not your needs with a D, your knees, Knees, baby. I have sympathy for those things. Why? You are top heavy, sir, ma'am. You're gonna blow out your knees. Yes, at the end of that workout, oh my Lord, you're gonna feel so good, baby. You hear me? You're gonna feel so good. But your knees are going to pay for it. Please believe it. Your knees are going to pay. Why? This is physics. You're top heavy. You're top heavy. See, when I was in the Army, right, I hated running. Even though I did it for a little bit, I hated running, right? Why? See, the military makes you run. The only thing that they do is try to find the right shoe for you. They try to find the right shoe for you based on your feet. You got flat foot, arch, whatever. They try to find the right shoe for you so you can run. That's pretty much it. You either in the slow group, middle group, fast group, double time, march, and then you're running. And then we're cadence. And then we're cadence calling. And if you're in the slow group or the middle group, they make fun of you. But if you're in the fast group, you're all right. You know, there's a lot of shame involved in that. They don't teach you about the science of how to run. The science of how to run. They don't teach you about that, right? They don't teach you about form and hip movement and stretching and best practices. Of course, it's hydration, drink water, right? So you run, right? And that just puts a lot of wear and tear on your body. It did for me. I ended up having knee issues, right? I had to be taped when I was in the military because I was overweight, right? I didn't learn the science. It's just do it under penalty of shame and this and that. Microwave results, microwave results. We got to get you fast now. Get you ready now. You know, and that's not helping anybody. That's not helping anybody. Not helping anybody. It's not helping anybody. So, here we go. Now, my goal was to hit 4 miles only today. Looks like I'm gonna be doing 8. Looks like I'm gonna be doing 8, and I'm fine with that. On this route, this is the furthest that I've walked. Let's keep going. All right, so just start with your monthly calendar, right? Put the dates on there and the month, and let's just work on 2 miles. 2 miles. Or even if you want to start at 1, I'm just telling you or encouraging you based on what I did. See, I could start off at 2 miles because 2 miles wasn't gonna bother me, right? Now, even though this could be my turnaround point, I kind of want to keep going to get to 4 so that way I can make it a cool 8 miles. That ain't gonna happen. We already at the light. Right, whenever I'm at the light, this is what I'm doing. Keeping these legs and knees up. Keep it going. Just keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. You got to keep your heart rate up. All right, so in that, one of the things that I wanted to, here we go. Yeah, start you off. Right. Just start off with maybe a half a mile, maybe a mile or 2 miles. And the goal is to just check that box. Check that box. See, the reason why I say 2 miles, I'm there already? Am I there? I just heard the thing say, stop, all these other notifications. Hold on 1 minute, y'all. I'm at 4 miles. Oh, we're gonna go hit it. Oh, okay, I kinda waited too late. Okay, fuck it, run. All right, here we go, let's go. All right, so, first of all, hold on, let me get my picture. I tend to get my picture when I'm at the midway point. And why do I take my picture? I take my picture at the midway point because you always get people who will say that you didn't do this, that you didn't do that, that you're on Ozempic, all of the kinds of dumb shit, right? When you did your workout, but I don't do it for them, I do it for me. So let's continue. Here we go. You're gonna blow your knees out. You're gonna blow your knees out doing all that top heavy stuff, right? So that's one of the reasons I sit here and I walk, right? I walk because as long as you keep your heart rate at the fat burning zone, right? There's your fat burning heart rate. So my fat burning heart rate for me being 5'8" at the weight that I am is anything 120 and above. So my current heart rate is 128. 128. Yep, 128, right? So, well, it's 120, but I'm at 128. So we're doing good. So let's keep pushing. Okay. So, yeah, okay. So with that board, what you want to do is you want to just check the box, right? Day 1, 2 miles, check the box. You don't even have to write 2 miles down. Your Apple Watch, if you got one, or some other kind of device, however you record keep, right? You could document your 2 miles someplace else, but do not put that 2 miles on the board. And the reason why I'm encouraging you not to do that is because you're going to be focusing on distance. I don't want you to focus on distance. I want you to focus on checking the box and just developing the habit of getting up and doing it, right? A time that works for you, consistency. A time that works for you, consistency. You got up, you did it, next day. And then once you're done, right, however you celebrate, but stay humble with your celebration, because sometimes you can celebrate too soon, right? I like to say, okay, job done. You coming back tomorrow? Because that's the goal. Are we coming back tomorrow to do it again? Are we coming back the next day to do it again? Are we coming back the day afterward to do it again? Are we coming back to do it again? That's the goal. Are we coming back to do it again, right? But you gotta start small, right? So if it be, the reason why I say 2 miles is because I recommend, I encourage 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day. Now I do it 30 minutes at a 15-mile pace, so that's 2 miles. 30 minutes at a 15-mile pace is 2 miles, so that's why I do 2 miles. But 30 minutes at a 15-mile-an-hour pace, that's 2 miles, right? And then once you start to continuously do it, you'll start to see that you can do it. Good morning. And then once you start to see that you can do it and you continuously do it, then guess what? It's gonna become a habit. It's gonna become a habit. It's gonna become a habit, right? You can do it. Start small. See, look at this long road ahead. I was only intending on doing 4 miles today because I do my 8 splits. 4 miles in the morning, 4 miles in the evening, right? Well, what did I say? Just spontaneously, screw it. I'm gonna go on ahead and do 8, right? I just got through resting for 3 days to give my body a break, and I'm so energized right now. I just felt like doing 8 miles in one shot. And this is normal for me, right? But it takes some buildup, right? I've got my hydration system with me. Let me take a swig real quick. All right, here we go. Got to keep that with me. It's called a camelback. All right, here's a reflection. So maybe you can see it. It's on my back. You can't see that shit. Fuck. I tried. All right, I'll show you a picture of it later. Right. Now, you may sit here, you may be like, Mike, what is walking gonna do? I feel like it's gonna take forever. Well, that's where that patience for the process comes. Notice I'm maintaining my fat burning heart rate over time, and I'm keeping it there. Excuse me. I'm concentrating on my breathing. I'm concentrating on my hip movement to get a longer stride to maintain that pace, right? It's an Olympic event called race walking. You got race walking, you got speed walking, power walking, whatever your terminology, your nomenclature, right? I studied it. Those things are important, right? And plus you gotta look at it. Whose timeline are you on? Whose timeline are you on? I'm not on anybody's timeline. I'm on my timeline. And I want the weight loss that I have to be something I can maintain, progress that I can sustain, right? Anything fast with weight loss don't last. People are like, you dropped that weight quick. I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't drop the weight quick. I started in December 2022 and I was 269. And here it is, March 2024. Let's strike that. July 2024. And I'm at like what, 209, right? But this is weight loss that was slow. It was right. It was deliberate. There was ebb and flow, right? Your body needs to rest. You may need to rest. All right, your body needs to rest. You may need to rest. And then there are gonna be days where you may eat something you used to enjoy that you just wanted a taste of. Now, I will tell you this, be careful with that last part, right? No pork on my fork, no beef in my teeth. No pork on my fork, no beef in my teeth, okay? I don't do pork, I don't do beef. I love my vegetables. I love, and no dairy. No pork on my fork, no beef in my teeth, and no dairy. But there are some times where I will sneak in a scoop of pralines and cream. When I say I do that very, very seldomly, I mean I do that very, very seldomly, if at all, right? And the way that I've been eating, my body won't even take it because I haven't been used to eating it. It almost seems foreign, right? Because I'm in the habit of eating right there. Look at all that sweat, right? You lose weight through one of three ways: breath, sweat, and urine. Breath, sweat, and urine, right? Breath, sweat, and urine. So maintaining that heart rate, let's do a check-in real quick. We're at 126, 4.62, 1502 pace. Look at the active calories we're burning. See, those things matter. Let's go. Now look at that road. It's long. Oh my God, how am I gonna get to where I'm going? Easy. Keep walking. Keep walking. You get there one step at a time. You didn't gain the weight overnight, and you're not gonna lose it overnight. You didn't gain the weight overnight, and you're not gonna lose it overnight. Come on, you can do it. 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 All right, so at 119th Street, I'm gonna go on ahead and stop this video. Walk with me, walk with me, walk with me, right? Walk with me. I've given you enough so that you can start your 2 miles, because I've been monitoring the time on this video, and the time on this video is coming up on 40 minutes. Remember, I want to start you out at 2 miles, right? So take it slow. Take it slow. You can do it. And I'm going to keep on posting these videos. Even if you're walking on the treadmill and you take a journey with me, right? I'm going to try the best I can to continuously post videos like this and motivate you. Get on the treadmill. Come journey with me, right? One of the reasons I like working out outside is it's scenic. I get to see things. I get to be partially distracted when I'm walking. So that's one of the reasons why I'm gonna start to record these videos and put them on there for those of you all who are working out inside or in the gym and you want to see some scenic stuff while you're working out. Now, I can't keep the camera still. I don't have a stabilizer. Maybe I should get one. I don't know. Sign off in the comments. Let me know. But just to keep you walking, And I'm gonna walk in different areas. Go on, get out of here. Fucking fly. I'm gonna walk in different areas so that you can see different things, right? Because who wants to continuously see the same old thing over and over again, right? So every day is gonna be a different space. Every day is gonna be a different space, okay? So let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, right? And I'm gonna put this on my YouTube page for those who want to walk. And I'm gonna be in a special section where you can walk with me and get this motivation, right? Get this motivation. Get this motivation, okay? You can do it. I believe in you. I'm serious, I do. You can do it. Come on. If you can endure the pain, you'll find your purpose in the process, okay? If you can endure the pain, you'll find your purpose in the process. Let's go. Love you. See ya.